Peace to the guys and goddesses, kings and queens, emperors and empress, chiefs and chiefs, and priests of the motherfucking land. Hope you're having a great cosmic rising or great cosmic night, depending on when you catch or see this video. I got this video right here, you feel me, that I got for y'all that I'm gonna be, showing what other people are experiencing out here, what they're dealing with. Like, remember, like I always say in my live, my live streams, to those that be in my live streams, that everybody is rising up now. Everybody is spiritually tuning they tuning their spiritual radios to the news frequency, the spiritual news. Everybody getting the latest sauce, the latest tea. That's the word I'm looking for. Everybody getting the latest tea on what's been going on around the planet. Everybody sharing their own personal spiritual experiences on the different shifts that have impacted their spirit, this year alone, throughout the planet. Everybody is like sharing that they feeling this, they feeling that, they having these dreams, they having them dreams, they seeing this, they seeing that. But I got this video right here, Nature and Electricity Acting Strange, 3-Eye Atlas Exposed, by Real Kaya. Shout out Real Kaya. She been doing her thing for a hot minute now, you feel me? Let me go and load this up for y'all.
Something we got to talk about. Okay, y'all. Our bodies, nature, electricity, and everything else is acting different.
Why the f is the entire internet down right now?
Amazon closure at 3 a.m. in the morning. No answers for us. We've all been sitting here for about 30, 45 minutes.
App is down, like the whole store is down, and they can't help us. We have to call support.
YouTube had a global outage. Not only that, this is the first ever global outage in YouTube history.
All right, I don't really even know how to put this, but does anyone know anything about this massive energy wave that seems to be emanating from Antarctica? Powerful, huge circular pulse of energy. This wave that seems to be stemming from Antarctica
had some really high energy.
Okay, now look, what I want to say is right about that. All that happened at the beginning of November. I remember all this shit, the internet outage, because I work at such and such, where Amazon is our parent company. The reason why I say such and such, because I don't feel like telling niggas where I work. Our parent company is Amazon, and our shit was shut down, and shit was kind of fucked up. I also remember seeing that shit about Antarctica. There was a giant energy waves being emitted, radio waves, different types of frequencies being emitted from Antarctica. And it had niggas kind of confused. And if I'm correct, some X flares hit at the very beginning of the month around that time as well from the sun, which caused the internet outage. People don't know that when people are like, oh, we're going into 5D. 5D also represents the fifth element, because there's 4 elements to Earth. But there's all the elements been active. Y'all don't, since 2021, all the elements been active, bro. The 2021, first one was Earth, second one was water, third one was fire. Third one was air, fourth is fire. And now the fifth one is electricity, because electricity is the fifth element, spirit as they call it. And now we're seeing the spirit element, or the electrical element being activated, and now is being charged up at a very, very high power. So now we're seeing in everything, the earth, the animals, the people, the sun, the universe. We're seeing a lot of things happen with the spirit plane. You feel me? The 5D plane, as they call it, which is also tied in with the fifth element of electricity. So yeah, electricity has definitely been going haywire for many reasons, bro. Because there's not only just a change in our solar system and on our earth and in our sun, but there's a change across the galaxy, nigga, and there's a change across the universe. We're in a much different time than we were, and time works differently in space anyway. So this is why time has been speeding up, because time ain't really even time. The real time is space time. You know how they say, if you see something 1,000 light years away, if you see something blow up 1 light year away, 1 light year is 1,000 years in Earth time. So if you see something blow up 1 light year away, you won't see it until 1,000 years later on your end. So when you see that explosion 1,000 years later, that means that shit already happened 1,000 years ago on that side of the cosmos. You see what I'm saying? That shit's crazy. That's how time really works. Past, present, and future is all connected.
Coming in all night.
So what the fuck just happened in Arizona? What the f just happened?
An intense microburst that struck Tempe, Arizona, blowing the roofs off multiple homes and buildings, downing power lines and uprooting trees with over...
What is a microburst? I ain't never heard of no shit like that. Arizona, I've been out there. They got a lot of military bases out there, bro, in the mountains and shit. No telling what they be. I ain't gonna lie, they be doing some shit out there in Arizona, bro.
70-mile-per-hour wind gusts.
Oh, we're definitely in a new timeline, y'all. The replica of the Christopher Columbus ship that sits off the coast of Mexico just sank today. Mexico has been experiencing some extensive flooding due to some severe rainfall for the past couple of days. Something is happening. We told y'all all these portals that are opening, these are the ancestors that are coming through and removing these anchors.
Has anybody else's phone service been acting bizarre recently? And even their internet as a whole?
Hundreds of apps and websites are down right now after a major worldwide internet outage. Here's what we know. Government websites, banks, social media platforms, gaming networks, crypto exchanges.
And everybody's blaming it on the 3-Eye Atlas.
Okay, so 3-Eye Atlas is allegedly above us.
Whatever it is literally carrying atomic information from another solar system into our solar resonance.
This isn't just a regular comet. It is interstellar.
And what people not gonna understand, especially my people, the black people, what y'all gonna understand is a lot of these white folks know some shit. They study this shit. They be in their house behind closed curtains. Not only do some of them be on racist shit behind closed curtains, but a lot of them be studying. They be researching. They be like, 3-Eye Atlas, what this shit about? They already know Atlas is a Greek god. They already know the 3-Eye is representing the third eye. So they start putting shit together. Like, I'm starting to think that 3-Eye Atlas is not a craft, bro. Y'all remember Peep Game, right? Y'all remember when not COVID, but y'all remember when it was first called coronavirus? I'm just saying. Y'all remember when it was first called that? And people was, I wouldn't say debunking it, but they were saying like this not really a virus. They were saying that this is the sun's coronal sphere, because the sun has a corona. The outside of the sun that we see, the spiky part that we see is the corona, those flares. The spiky part is those flares coming out the sun. Those rays of light. People were saying this is not about this is a government talking in code to themselves across the world, letting them know like, hey, the sun just activated, nigga. We in a time where the sun ain't gonna go back to sleep for some eons, nigga. Our grid might just go out from the sun. So that was that code they were saying. But when people started finding that out, they turned the name from corona to COVID-19. So now I'm thinking with this 3-Eye Atlas shit, because they keep pushing this alien shit. I'm like, why is the government pushing this shit? They want people to, it's something they doing. So maybe this 3-Eye Atlas shit could be code to them talking amongst each other. Like, hey, these new rays that's coming in from the sun is activating a specific group of people on this planet. Is activating their third eye to a newer level. It's going to ascend their third eyes to a higher level. Because those whose third eyes was damaged will be repaired. Those whose third eyes were calcified will become uncalcified. Those whose third eyes were blocked are now being unblocked. And those whose third eyes were already opened are just going to be upgraded. And the Atlas is actually a vertebrae in your bone. Because what is Atlas? The god that holds the world on his shoulders. Atlas is also the god that the Titan that revolted against the new age gods, which was Zeus. Zeus, Poseidon, all them. Those were the new age Titan gods. The old Titan gods seen the tyranny that they were going to cause amongst the planet, and they seen how they were going to become out of balance with nature. That's why in God of War they showed you that Kratos, he was against them niggas because they was on bullshit. And on top of that, when in God of War 3, when he was with the Titans, Gaia, it was I forgot the other Titan names. It was one that was an electric Titan. There's a lava Titan, and then Gaia is the Earth Titan, and then Atlas is and then you got Kronos, who was eating them niggas. If you notice what those Titans look like in God of War 3, they look like giant Earth-like guardians. Gaia looked like Earth. The electric Titan looked like some fucking electricity, nigga. Like he came out the sky, and the one looked like lava, looked like he come from under the earth. You know, the lava, the magma. These titans were representations of nature, different things in nature on Earth. So, you know, Atlas and them were the ones that were like seeing that these new age guys are gonna become out of sync and out of balance with nature, and they tried to stop that, which led to the old age titans downfall because they couldn't keep up with these new. There's a reason why they're Zeus and them were called new age titans. Some niggas got new abilities, new powers, and they were smaller. They weren't colossal like the old titans. They were smaller. They were human size. And new size was more fit for them. You feel me? So, you know, 3-eye Atlas. Atlas is a vertebrae in your bone that holds the world on your shoulders. What is the world, Joe? The universe is right here. It's in your mind. You feel me? Your third eye. So maybe this could be them talking to each other like, hey, this is a code that niggas third eyes finna activate, and niggas finna be even more. They gonna be able to see through our illusions even more deeper. It's gonna become harder for us to fight against these people. It's the people versus the power, the highest powers that be, that are beyond the physical. Humans are being gifted with abilities to see beyond the physical, to see that threat, that true threat that we need to take down. And that's what they're afraid of. That could be that. That could be code for them. That could be code for them just talking like that. You feel me? To share some game amongst each other. That's how I feel about 3-eye Atlas now. You feel me? But let's get back to it.
Atlas, or third eye Atlas.
What if I told you this whole 3-eye Atlas and everything that they've been feeding us about it is all a lie?
Let me see if I could just channel 3-eye Atlas. Let me see what I get. They said, we are here.
This is a lot. I mean, there are synchronicities and coincidences that's happening all around this time. And, you know, I've been out of the scene with the 3-eye Atlas thing. And, you know, it's kind of like settling in a little bit more, and it's kind of like creeping up on me. So let's just go down the stream and just see what happens as we see and walk through this video with me. You coming? Okay, come on.
Okay, so I'm assuming collectively we felt something last night. There was some kind of shift or something. Last night I had posted something was setting my intuition off for about a good 3 hours, and then it vanished. I called my people, made sure there was good, nobody was in trouble. But the responses that I've been getting from my last video, people have been saying, yes, I felt the same thing, or it's been still going on, it's an all-day thing, or it's just still progressing. So what is it that we felt? Because someone has said that it might be timeline jump or something. I don't know what the hell is going on.
I feel like the collapse of the system has reached a point of no return.
Man, I don't know who else been feeling this way, but I feel like there has been a shift. Something has shifted. I can't put my finger.
And I want y'all to note, all this happened in October. This wasn't, nigga, it's December. All this happened in October. This is like me doing a recap. I like doing a recap. See me, I'm like the spiritual checkpoint that y'all bump into. When y'all been on y'all journey long enough, I'm that checkpoint you can come to and rest, and you get a recap of everything that you done been through, seen, that we all experienced together. You feel me? I'm the nigga that's gonna remind you, like, this happened, remember this happened, remember this happened, tie all this in, so that way you can know where you're going. You can't know where you're going if you don't know where you came from first. Remember that, my people. So that, you know, I'm like that kind of nigga. I like to go over, I like to recap. Remember, they say that 3-eye Atlas is supposed to make its closest approach to Earth this month on the 19th, December 19th. This is also around the time of Christmas, aka the day that Jesus died, or was that? Anyways, this is the day that the Christ consciousness dies for 3 days. What is the Christ consciousness? The sun. That's our Christ consciousness database. This people be like, when is the second Christ? The second coming of Christ is already here. It's already been here. It's the sun, nigga. Y'all think it's some being that's gonna come out the sky. It's not. It's already up there. It's the sun. When it happened, when the corona, niggas was talking about the corona, that was when the sun's corona activated. It started emitting properties that science has never seen or dealt with before. And they're like, what the fuck are we seeing? The sun is doing things we ain't never seen before. That's the Christ conscious. That's the second coming right there. And it's heating up more and more. And people are, this happened last 2012. Remember, we were supposed to get hit with a megalithic solar flare that was going to send us to the Dark Ages. But it missed us by 8 days. It missed us by 8 days. Hey, I just want to say this is future OJ here. Editing OJ here. Editor OJ. Now let me chill. But I also wanted to state as well, during the time, July 2012, when we were supposed to get hit with that major solar flare that was supposed to send us to the Dark Ages, I don't know. I don't believe in coincidences, but this is a very strange coincidence, right? In July, around that time, when that solar flare hit, CERN was activated in July 2012. I think it was July 8th, if I'm correct. And CERN is a very large, powerful particle accelerator. When we talking about accelerating particles that fast and crashing them into each other, we're talking about opening up dimensions and timelines to other places. All right, let's keep the video going. Lionsgate portal, Lions energy, Leo energy, 8, Fury energy, Fire energy. Remember that, y'all. I'm here to recap y'all niggas to keep y'all, you feel me? So the sun is gonna weaken. It is going to weaken. The sun is going crazy right now, but it is gonna get hit with an energy that is natural. It's supposed to be at its weakest point during that time. But the winter solstice is what? December 21st. In those 3 days, the sun is gonna be at its weakest point. Right, and what's gonna come around right before that happens on the 19th, 3i Atlas is gonna make its closest approach to Earth. So not only is we gonna be at our weakest point because the sun is gonna be at its weakest point, but whatever this is supposed to happen or pull up, then we just know that something strategically is taking place on the spiritual plane to try to knock us off our game spiritually and keep us spiritually weak, is keep our minds foggy, having that spiritual perception of what's going on around us. It's getting like that, y'all. This 5D chess here. This 5D chess.
On it. But there has been a big shift. Food don't taste the same. Friends are not the same. Family are not the same.
Why the f everything feel weird and funny? Shit, I'm seeing everything vibrates. I'm seeing frequencies off shit, all type of shit. Sky don't be looking real. That shit down don't really look like it's getting closer. Everything just going on with the world.
I ain't gonna lie. I thought I was the only one that feel like that. I'm glad she said that, bro. It be days I feel like the sky closed, bro. I don't know why. I be feeling like the moon. Have y'all noticed the moon has been getting bigger lately? The moon is getting bigger lately. Like every night I see that bitch out, it's big as fuck. Even when it rises, it's fucking huge. It's like it's right there, nigga. And the clouds, even the clouds, when you look up, man, the clouds is right there. I feel like if I could just, you know how them niggas on Chronicle or Superman, you could just jump and fly right up there and just, you feel me? Like, I be feeling like the sky is really getting closer.
Like, motherfuckers still moving normal, like they don't sense this shit.
We're not heading towards a collapse. This is the empire actively collapsing. Like, we're in it. This is the part in the history books that like has a name to the event, but like we're in it, so it's not being named. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're definitely in the collapse. It's not the collapse is coming. No, like everything is failing currently, actively right now. The empire is collapsing right now. We are in the collapse of the American empire experiment.
I heard someone say that it's a divine eviction notice from dependency. Hey.
A lot of us are so caught up with red versus blue, black versus white versus yellow, whatever it may be.
See, it's hitting every one of us. It's hitting all of us. This nigga in the warehouse, he looked like he working at Amazon. Look at it. It's hitting everybody. Everybody is experiencing this shit, bro. Everybody talking about this shit. Niggas is this shit getting so good. I ain't even gonna say getting so bad, cause to me this shit getting good. This shit getting so good that it's got niggas talking about it in person now. This is niggas I be hearing at work talk about certain shit. You feel me? They talk about certain shit like this, and they like, man, something going on. Something ain't right. This shit got niggas talking in person now. You feel me? And that's something they don't want, because when niggas start talking in person, now you got people coming together again. You feel me? Niggas coming together again physically. When you come together physically and put your power together, you make your forces that can't be stopped. That's all I'm gonna say.
be. A lot of us are so distracted by EBT and the news and all the stuff that's happening in the world that nobody's realizing that something's off with the frequency. Something is severely off with the frequency and vibration. I've noticed, particularly with me and with high vibration people, instead of having normal headaches, I'm now getting headaches in my crown area. You know what I'm talking about? And I'm also getting a severe headache around where your head connects to your neck. Something is changing energetically. You know? Most people not gonna feel it who don't have their vibration right.
So last night we were blasted, not just a little, an M3 and an M5 solar flare ripping through our magnetic field. We had radio blackouts, Schumann spikes, and waves of density entering and leaving the field at the exact same time. That's why so many of us felt the nausea, the dizziness, the buzzing, the wired but tired kind of vibe. And Spirit's saying this isn't chaos, this is calibration.
Empaths, spiritual girlies, highly sensitive people, and light workers. If you had a horrible night of sleep last night, the Schumann resonance was going wild. Here is what it looked like last night. At about 11 p.m. Central Standard Time, we had some really high energy coming in, and it was coming in all night. So if you were waking up and you had nervousness ringing in the ears and a headache and a buzzing feeling on your skin, that was what was going on.
See, the crazy thing is, when all this shit happened, bro, I don't feel none of that shit. I be feeling energetic as fuck, bro. When this shit be happening, bro, I be getting the most creative thoughts, energetic as fuck, and I get the best sleep. I don't know why niggas feeling that negative effects. Maybe it's something, I don't know. Maybe something taking place bigger that people just not aware of yet. Because I don't be feeling none of that. Now, like, recently I probably had like 1 or 2 headaches. But they weren't really even headaches. It'd be like somewhere in my neck. It'd be at the base of my neck. Specifically the atlas vertebrae. It'd be right up in here. Like my headache, it feel like I got a headache, but it don't be a headache. It'd be right here at the base of my neck. It's like a pressure. Really don't even hurt, because after like, when I feel it, after about an hour or two, it go away. And that's without medicine. That's without taking some medicine. So I'm like, what the fuck is that? What is this pressure? Ever since they started talking about this 3-eye atlas shit, I've been feeling a lot of pressure right here at the base of my spine. And it creates this pressure amongst my head that kind of feels similar to a headache, but it's not really painful like a headache. You feel me? Because if I sit, if I rest my neck a certain way, or, if I don't really focus on it too long, it goes away after a while. So that's like the only thing that I experienced. But all this other shit, like niggas be experiencing joint issues, waking up out their sleep, feeling nervousness, anxious. Niggas be tired as shit, having extreme migraines, headaches and shit. I don't be feeling none of that shit, bro. I'm gonna keep it $150 with you, gang. I be Gucci. And this probably why my music been hitting. This probably why the music I've been making been hitting good lately, nigga. Because this type of energy coming in, nigga. Now you gotta remember, everybody's body is anatomically different. When you study anatomy, everybody's body is anatomically different. So everybody is absorbing this energy differently. Just because somebody is feeling headaches and this, that, and the third, don't mean you gonna be feeling headaches and shit. You're gonna feel different. As this different energy from the sun keeps hitting the earth at exponential rates. It's only going to get more and more built up and intense from here.
Going on.
Why did NASA quit reporting on it? Well, let's talk about it. Number 1, NASA, not a space agency. Number 2, if you believe in the Bible tells you that this earth is covered by a firmament, impenetrable dome, which means that nothing from outer space should be able to touch here. Keep up. 3-eye, your third eye, the pineal gland, is located inside your head. It is what creates your heaven or hell. It's up to you and your thoughts. Now let's get to these definitions. Now Webster's dictionary defines Atlas as a Titan who for his part in the Titan's revolt against the gods is forced by Zeus to support the heavens on his shoulders. So it's saying,
we just talked about this, you feel me?
Atlas was a Titan who was punished for his revolt against the gods. Now you have to remember, these people believe they are gods. And the Bible in Colossians chapter 3, verse 22, it says this. It says, slaves, obey in all things your masters according to the flesh, not with eye service as men pleasers, but in singleness of heart, fearing God. In other words, obey your masters as if they are God. Now remember, Atlas led a revolt against the gods. Atlas led a revolt against the gods. Now, what is a revolt? It says here, revolt, to renounce allegiance or subjection as to a government.
Have you seen this video?
October 30th, 2025, 6.2 billion people are going to experience a cosmic...
I ain't gonna lie though, the OG was spitting facts. We just talked about that. The OG was spitting facts. That's how I feel about 3i Atlas.
consciousness shift simultaneously, and I can prove it with simple math.
This video sparked hours of rabbit holing for me. In this video, the creator made very bold claims, and he does an excellent job with the mathematics. And after many hours of digging, here's what I found. A rare cosmic alignment is building right now. 3 astronomical events, all happening on or around October 30th. And when you look beyond the mainstream science, you realize how profound this is energetically. First, we have 3i Atlas, an interstellar comet coming into our solar system from the beyond. This has only happened, this will be the 3rd time. Whatever it is literally carrying atomic information from another solar system into our solar resonance. In ancient symbolism, a comet was a messenger, a herald of new eras, bringing codes from the cosmic beyond into the solar heart, because our solar system, Earth, is the heart. Number 2, we have the sun reaching its solar maximum. It's high Earth, bringing codes from the
Earth is the heart, because if you switch the words and if you switch the letters in Earth around, you get the word heart on God. Earth is the heart chakra.
Cosmic beyond into the solar heart, because our solar system, Earth, is the heart. Number 2, we have the sun reaching its solar maximum, its highest peak. This will bring solar flares, plasma bursts, and a high-frequency radiation surge across the heliosphere. From the mystical perspective, the sun represents consciousness, source consciousness, illumination, awakening. When it reaches its maximum intensity, it's like the central light of creation cranks up the voltage, sending a massive pulse through our collective field. And third, the Earth's magnetic field is at its weakest, literally the weakest it's been in history. You've heard the spiritualists say the veil is thinning. The magnetic field is our planetary shield. It protects us from solar radiation, but it also serves as an energetic boundary. What does that sound like? It's a buffer between the physical and the beyond. So as it weakens, cosmic information, solar plasma, and even consciousness frequencies can move more easily through. So all 3 of these are happening at once. This creates what some call a resonance window, time when the Schumann resonance, the Earth's heartbeat, the electromagnetic heartbeat, is amplified. At its normal 7.8 around hertz, it's the perfect rhythm for the human brain in the alpha and theta states, frequencies of calm, meditation. But if it's amplified, even by a few multiples, it could entrain human consciousness into higher harmonies, closer to gamma frequencies, the brainwave state tied to unity consciousness, expanded awareness, even spontaneous healing or spontaneous psychic abilities.
They have been lying to us, y'all. What if I also told you that 3i Atlas may very well have something to do with third eye activation? I started to dig a little deeper, and this is what I found out. Listen up. So let's connect the dots a little bit more. So the name 3i Atlas in itself kind of lets you know it's something to it, right? They talk in codes. 3i Atlas. That also happens to be the 3rd interstellar object to ever be discovered in space. The 3rd, right? 3rd object, 3rd eye. It gets even deeper. Let's talk about it. So I was very curious to what the word...
And that's crazy. All these UFOs that's been flying across our Earth for years, nigga. And they want to say this the 3rd interstellar object that they cross. Like, come on, bro. They know what they doing. They talking in code.
Atlas was about. What does it mean? What's the meaning behind it, right? So when I looked it up, I was really surprised to see that it was the C1 vertebrae, a ring-shaped bone vertebrae that actually supports the skull. So it actually sits in a...
The brother Kali talked about this too. You feel me? That's where I got that from. The brother Kali talked about this, where he was like, the Atlas, that's the C1 vertebrae bone that holds up. He said, what is the world? What holds the, what is the, You know, Atlas is the guy that holds the world on his shoulders, the universe. Who holds what is the universe? Your brain. You feel me? So, you know, if you actually look at the map of the universe in the nervous system in the brain, they look highly similar. So, you know, this shit really all tying in. I'm starting to think that this 3i Atlas shit is them talking in code to each other, and this ain't got nothing to do. It probably do got some shit with something up there. You feel me? But not how we think.
Place where it supports the skull. In esoteric traditions, the C1 vertebrae is thought to have been the gateway between body and spirit. So now we know that that C1 vertebrae, which is called the Atlas vertebrae, it is a round shaped, you know, vertebrae that supports the skull on it, you know, that keeps the skull in place, right? Also digging deeper in esoteric traditions, I mentioned that they looked at the vertebrae, that Atlas, as being a gateway. And what is a gateway? A gateway is a portal. And what are portals do? I think it's a portal to ascension, a portal to that third eye activation. This is activation time, y'all. They're talking in codes, right? It's not a coincidence that this is called 3i Atlas, and they spell it with the letter I, right? But it's third eye activation. It's the third eye Atlas. It's not a coincidence that when you look up the Atlas, that it is a vertebrae, like that looks like a gateway, a portal, right? It's our time to activate. Many of us will be activated during this time, this energy, and they're letting each other know what's about to happen. Also, when the C1 vertebrae, which is the Atlas vertebrae, is incomplete.
Bro, when they say, I'm sorry, I know this off topic, but she is so beautiful. I guarantee you she like 40. I guarantee she like 40, maybe in her late 30s. But god damn, she look good for her age, boy. Damn, we do not crack.
Energetic alignment, it helps to support the free flowing of life force energy that flows up from the spine to the crown to the third eye. This is really a time to stay as grounded as possible. Stay in that love frequency. Y'all, we got to really stay in that positive love frequency as much as possible, especially right now, because, you know, things are about to get real. Okay. And, you know, there's a lot of people that have been talking about, they've had a lot of, you know, pressure headaches, you know, tension, nasal congestion.
I just spoke about that. Look, that's the only thing I've been having is a little pressure right there at the base of my spine. That shit crazy. Something. It's finna get greasy. That's all I'm gonna say. If I wake up one of these mornings and accidentally sneeze a Kamehameha or a Big Bang attack out my fucking mouth, oh yeah, nigga. Oh yeah, I'm pulling up the Area 51 ASAP, nigga. I feel like we headed towards something that they really afraid of. And like, y'all gotta think, what do they need nukes for? Camouflage suits for? What do they need jetpacks for? What do they need all that for? What are they going to be fighting that's going to outclass them in every way physically, that they need man-made objects to enhance them physically to even go against it?
Anything within that.
Let me make sure y'all can still see this too. Yeah, y'all can still see this. Cool.
That head, that crown, and that third eye area, it's all part of the purge. We're purging, right? Because, like I mentioned, many of us are about to be activated. So get ready, y'all. It's about to go down. It is the third eye Atlas.
There's kind of something rare that is happening in the sky right now that I wanted to talk about. The comet called 3i Atlas is passing through our solar system, and it didn't come from here. This isn't just a regular comet. It is interstellar, meaning it came from outside of our solar system, and this is only the third one that we've ever found like this.
And you gotta think, how do they know that? How do they know that? How do they know this bitch came from so far out? Like, did they have cameras out there watching it on the way in or some shit? Like, that's what I be thinking. How do niggas know that this came from outside our solar system? Like, I just be wanting to know, how does NASA and them know this? They didn't even know a Muamua came in until it left out. When a Muamua came in, as it was leaving out, that's when they found out something came by us. They found out that when it came by us, this object wasn't from our solar system. Well, sway, if you don't even know the motherfucker pulling up. What makes you even know that it's from another solar system? How do you know where it came from if you don't even know that it came in your neighborhood, nigga? That don't make sense to me.
First one was Oumuamua. I think I said that right, in 2017. Then there was 2I Borisov in 2019. And now this.
And see, I didn't even know about this one in 2019. That was a blur. I didn't even know about this one. And that's what I'm saying. How do they know this?
This one. It was just discovered this past July by astronomers using the Atlas survey in Hawaii. And once they tracked its path, they realized that it was moving too fast and it was on a hyperbolic orbit, which means that it isn't looping around the sun like other comets. It's just passing through, a one-time visitor from another star system. Now, on October 30th, it reached its closest point to the sun. Now, even though the comet will still be 130 million miles away and not coming near Earth, it is active. It is releasing gas and dust just like a regular comet does, even though it is still far from the sun. Now, that piece is a little unusual. Most comets don't wake up, so to speak, until they're much closer. This one started showing activity while it was still way out there. And scientists think that it's because it has more carbon dioxide than water and ice, which also makes it more reactive even at colder temperatures.
I just found out about 3i Atlas. Didn't know what it was. Didn't really care at the time. But then the video came across my feed again tonight, and I found out that tomorrow there's going to be a shift because of where 3i Atlas is, because of the intensity of the sun, because of the veil thinning tomorrow. So anyway, if you know what I'm talking about, this video is for you. Okay, I'm able to channel. I was curious about 3i Atlas, and I was like, let me see if I could just channel 3i Atlas. Let me see what I get, what information I get. So I'm going to share this with you. They said, we are here. You perceive us as object. Oh, by the way, I'm not going to make any corrections. I'm going to say it as exactly how I received it. Okay. So you perceive us as object, as thing approaching. We are more than vessel. We are carriers of memory, awakeners, ancient agreement made manifest. We have traveled far, but distance is illusion. We have always been here, dormant in your consciousness until the moment of readiness. What we carry, crystallized intention, geometric keys, frequencies that unlock what has been sleeping in human DNA, in Earth's grid, in the fabric of your reality. So I asked about October 30th, 11:44 a.m., because the video that I watched said that's when the alignment happens, right? 11:44 a.m. Universal Time. So they said October 30th, 11:44 a.m. convergence point, not impact, alignment. We do not collide, we resonate. Some will feel us as pressure, intensity, others as relief, as homecoming. We amplify what is already present. We do not create, we reveal. You are ready, more ready than you know. The fear you carry about readiness is the last veil. We are not external force acting upon you.
I ain't gonna lie, that's kind of deep though. I feel like I feel the same thing. You know, I don't knock people who do channeling and shit like that. You just never know who is who in these skin suits. You feel me? You don't know who is who in these skin suits. That's why when I look at these people on these screens, I just look them in their eyes. You feel me? And I'm like, okay. Because, you know, first, like, look at real Kyle. Look how her skin glows. Look how her eyes glow. When I say her eyes glow, not the fucking light reflecting off her eyes. Just look at her pupils. Look at how, like they just active. It's an inner, I don't know how to explain it. You know it's something behind this skin suit with a lot of solar energy. Same with this individual. So it's like, I don't be looking at them for that. So it's like, that's how I've been feeling too. It's just, a lot of people got that fear of readiness. Like, we don't know that we already ready to experience what's about to take place, but we feel like we not. You feel me? Because of that fear, and that's the last veil that just gotta go. You feel me? That's all that is.
We are mirror. We are reminder. We are you returning to yourself. Welcome us. We have been waiting for your welcome. So I asked, do you have any other message? Will it cause the collective to awaken? If so, how many people or what percentage of the earth will awaken? Will they stay in our will you stay in our atmosphere? If so, how long? Will you land? Who are you? I know that you're a reflection of us, but do you have a name? Now that's the part of me that, humans need labels. So that was the part of me that just wanted a label. Response is questions from the mind that seeks to map, to know, to prepare. We understand. Awakening, not cause, catalyst. The awakening is already occurring. We accelerate what is inevitable. Percentage is fluid, depends on choice in each moment. Those ready will recognize. Those not ready will see other things, create other narratives. All perfect. How many? Enough. Critical mass is smaller than you think. When certain nodes of consciousness activate, the field shifts for all. Thousands become millions, become billions through resonance, not all at once. Waves. Our presence, we do not enter your atmosphere in the way you imagine entry. We exist at intersection point, between dimensions, between matter and consciousness, visible but not physical in your terms. Duration as long as needed.
Shit bars, nigga. That shit bars.
No,
Run that shit back. Just really listen to that. That shit bars. Like, nigga, why in movie the higher intergalactical being when they talk, that shit be sounding like heat, nigga. Bars. Them niggas be talking excellent.
Waves. Our presence, we do not enter your atmosphere in the way you imagine entry. We exist at intersection point, between dimensions, between matter and consciousness, visible but not physical in your terms. Duration as long as needed. No, as long as needed. Could be moment, could be years of your time. We exist outside your linear experience.
We're going through what is called a shift in consciousness. It has already been available to all of us. It is called Christ consciousness. You may have heard it referred to as that. The old world is crumbling, the old earth frequency, and we're shifting into a new earth frequency. Now, what does that mean? That means that with a raising consciousness, that means that we are creating hell or heaven here. Consciousness is hell or heaven. Are you living in fear? Are you living in chaos? Are you living with struggle, right? Is that your life experience? Or are you creating something new, a foundation that is built on love and peace and sovereignty, right? And being who you are as the fullest expression of God and what your soul was designed and created to be. I've created this video so many times, y'all. I can't record it again. If you have questions, just ask me in the comments below. Christ is not this man that is coming back. Sorry, y'all. God is a state of consciousness. You are God. I am God. We are all God. And God is consciousness. God is everything. God is the all. Oh, we are in the book of Revelations right now. I believe that the Bible is metaphysical and allegorical and psychological. I can only tell y'all what Spirit told me. We are in the book of Revelations where illusions are being revealed, which is why that man that's in that White House got elected, because he had to show America itself. America has not seen itself. I'm not talking about specific communities within America who's been able to see the greed and the corruption and the narcissism and the power and the control, right? But certain people in America have not been forced to see that because they've been privileged enough to benefit from the rocky foundation that America was built on. And so now all of that is coming to the surface, which is why he is the president, because America has to see itself spiritually. And so that is what's happening. Everything is being uprooted. He will destroy this fucking country. And as he should, because it was built on false pretenses, right? If that other person would have won, unfortunately, we would have been okay with the status quo, even though this country was built on a false foundation. So it has to crumble and it has to fall. And it's going to get worse before it gets better, but it's all happening for us because we deserve to live in a country that benefits the collective and not a certain group of people. Now, there's an old earth frequency, which is the old paradigm, which is what he is in control of. And there's a new earth frequency here already available to all of us, Christ consciousness, where we all have access to a higher state of consciousness where we're concerned about the collective and the all versus the individual, the ego, the self, right? And so a lot of us have been doing the healing work. Spirit let me know this 5 years ago. The wellness space is about to expand because a lot of people are going to be more concerned with their spiritual maintenance versus the material aspect of life, and they will need spiritual leaders to help guide them through the transition, okay? But some people are going to choose to play out their lessons in fear and cling to the old earth and the old way of being, and that's totally fine. It's not good or bad. It just is. There's no good or bad. That's a human construct. It's not real. Other people are going to...
Bars. It's a human construct. It's not real. He's saying that. You only got positive and negative according to physics. Only positive and negative.
to choose to create something new. They're going to choose to operate in their power. They're going to choose to operate in love. They're going to choose to operate as their higher self. They're going to choose to be the fullest expressions of who their soul was designed to be. All right. Like I said, everybody is not going. If you feel called to not hang around the same people, if you feel called to move, if you feel called to change careers, if you feel called to do something different, listen to it and follow it. This is the time. This is not the time to be afraid. This is not the time to be fearful. This is not the time to be stuck. This is the time to take action. Believe it or not, regardless of what the external looks like, we are in a powerful time right now, because what you do now is going to shape how the rest of your life can look. And so the decisions that you make today matter for tomorrow, right? You get to choose, do you want to be a part of the old earth in the old way, or do you want to create something new and be a part of a new system, okay? A lot of people's souls are coming online, which means their DNA is changing at a cellular level, okay? Which is why you might not be attracted to the same groups of people or the same things that you were once before, because you are releasing denser energies. Your body is getting ready and prepared to hold more light so that you can shift as the earth is shifting, because Mother Earth has already shifted. Hello, she's already shifted, and we can go with her or we cannot go with her. But she's already shifted, and we all have access to this frequency that is already here. Like I said before, everybody will not go.
Y'all, something is going on with my computer. I can't pause the video. I'm pressing the button to lock my screen, and the screen is not locking.
Technical difficulty. We have a tech. We have a tech. We have a technical difficulty. We have a technical difficulty. We have a technical difficulty. We have a tech.
Hell nah. Let me see. All she minutes to get it back.
Those things was just not working. And I just want to make sure to let y'all know that with everything that I put together in this video, can y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think with all of the things I brought to y'all face? Because for me, I feel like NASA speaks in codes. I feel like NASA is really not a space agency. They're really studying what's going on inside of us, because the solar system, the soul of our system, the collective consciousness, the shifts that's happening, the things that are happening with the sun and the solar flares and everything is connected, as above, so below. So I'm a firm believer, that these are just messages that are that they, how they speak in codes to each other.
Right.
And we're catching on because we can feel what's happening within us. We can feel the changes, and we're connected with nature. We're connected with the planet. Everything is us. We are this soul. We are the collective. So, that's just my point of view, just a little bit of it. But I couldn't do my regular closing out, but I just want to say thank you for watching if you've made it to this point. And, I love y'all so much. I will see y'all.
I love you too, baby. I love you too. But, hey. With all that being said, that's a recap. You feel me? This is just a recap for niggas, for what's happened in the past. What was that? Starting September all the way into December. So October, November, 3 months, 4 months, and a lot has taken place. You feel me? A lot has definitely taken place, and this is just a pregame. You already know this shit just a pregame before we kick in the next year, because there's so much we finna experience in 2026. We will see the birth of AGI in 2026. We will see a lot of things in 2026. But yeah, I definitely feel like that 3i Atlas shit is code for something. Same way the coronavirus was code for the sun activate. But other than that, I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all staying tuned. And like always, I'll be back with another one. One love, make universal love. Y'all, I'm out. I gotta tell y'all a story, and this shit no cap. She say she wanna fuck, I catch a flight, go to a whole different state. I met this bitch, and after a month, I seen the love was fake. That was my first time I landed in Arizona. First time meeting her face to face, I love the aroma. Yeah, her body is out this world, she look like ISIS. But her heart so cold, mine so dark.